Today I'm going to be changing the oil in the Raptor SD. So here we go. We're getting ready to change the oil on the Hustler Raptor SD. And I was just looking through my manual and making sure that I had the right amount of oil that it's going to need, and I do. The Hustler Raptor SD takes 2 US quarts, so you want to make sure that you have 2 US quarts on hand or 2 quarts of oil on hand. I like the Kawasaki 10W40 4-cycle engine oil. It seems to do really well, so that's what I'm going to be using today, and I will walk you through how to change the oil in your Hustler Raptor, because it is a little bit different than some other models. Very different from the Husqvarna that I had, so you're going to want to pay attention and make sure that you have all the proper things that you need to change the oil before you start. Here are the 4 most essential things that you're going to need for changing the oil in your Hustler Raptor SD. You've got your engine oil. You want to make sure that it's 10W40 and that it's 4-cycle engine oil. That's the most important thing. I use synthetic. It's just better for your engine. And then you're going to want to make sure that you have an oil filter on hand. This is the actual engine, or the oil filter for this engine, the Kohler. If you can see that there, the item number or model number of the filter is 5205002-S. Alright, you can get that at your Hustler dealer. You may be able to get them at Lowe's. I don't know, I haven't checked. So you want to make sure that you have the correct oil filter on hand before you drain the oil out of your machine. Then I've got a filter wrench, and that's for getting the old oil filter off and the new oil filter on. And then the last thing that you're going to want is the drain tube. This is essential, guys. This comes with your Hustler Raptor SD when you purchase it. If you purchased yours used and did not get one, you need to go to your dealer and see if you can get one from them. You need this to be able to drain the oil cleanly from your engine. The SD is not like several others that I've seen that has the drain tube attached to the engine. My Husqvarna had that. It was very nice. You just unclipped it and pulled it down and drained the oil. This, you actually have to attach the hose every time, so you want to make sure that you save that hose every time so that you have it when you're ready to change the oil. Okay, one other thing that I did not talk to you about, another tool, is you have to have a 10mm socket or wrench, and that is to loosen the oil plug. Let me show you what that's all about. Okay, so the Hustler Raptor SD, it's a pain in the neck to change the oil in this thing. First of all, you've got to drain the oil, you've got to loosen that nut down there, right by the oil filter there, so that the drain will come out. The little valve right here is where your drain hose goes on. So it's quite a pain to drain the oil and to get the hose on. So that may factor into some of your decisions on whether you even want to purchase a Hustler Raptor SD. I personally think they could have come up with a better way to drain the oil. This is another design, not a flaw, but it certainly is time consuming to change the oil. So definitely Hustler could have done something different to make this a little better. Alright, let's get to changing the oil now. Okay, so as you can see, I've got the drain hose on now, and I'm going to go ahead and open that up and drain the oil. Okay, so I finally got the oil draining. I had to jack up the mower in the front to slide my oil pan underneath to collect the oil. So that was pretty time intensive, and again, just a very poor oil drain design on this engine. It's taken me about 20 minutes to get to this point. With my Husqvarna, I would be almost done draining the oil by now, and getting ready to fill the oil back up. So definitely a time sucker when it comes to changing the oil on a Raptor SD. So again, a very poor design by Hustler on the SD, and I hope that if they see this, they'll take that into consideration for the 2017 models, because it's very time consuming. Okay, it's time to take off the oil filter. I've already loosened it, but I wanted to show you guys this because of the mess that it makes because of this design. It can really make a good old mess down in there, and there's no good way to clean that up either, so just is what it is. You want to make sure that when you before you put on the new oil filter, that you coat the seal with clean oil. So that's what we're going to do here, and then we're going to put this thing on. Okay, let's put the new oil in. We got the new oil filter on. So here we go. Down the old hatch. And I always like to shake the jugs of oil to mix up any additives that they put in into the oil a little bit better. Make sure that it's all mixed up well, so nothing stays in the bottle itself. Alright, so now we're going to take out the funnel there. We're going to stick the dipstick back in. We're going to crank her up and run it for a little bit. Got to make sure your levers are out, your parking brake is on, or else your mower won't start. Pull that up a little bit. Crank her over. Purrs like a kitten. Alright, now we're going to check our oil level, and we're going to try to clean it up a little bit. We're going to take the drain hose off before we drive it anywhere, because it is right down in between some what do we got down there? Oh, it must the oil must have blown down onto another hose down at the bottom there. So that's all that is. The oil that fell out when we changed the oil filter. Alright, so we're going to take the drain hose off. We're going to get it all cleaned up. We're probably going to power wash this thing today and get it nice and clean for next week. Thanks for watching, guys. Please remember to like and subscribe if you haven't already. Share the videos with your friends if you find them helpful. And we'll keep the videos coming as long as you guys keep watching. I love interaction, and I'm trying to support the lawn care community on YouTube, so please comment and like all the videos. Thank you so much.